Hello, this is the first of the guitars in my collection that I'm going to go through. So this is a 1982 Greco EGC, C being custom, 1958, 100 would be the price, so 100,000 yen back in 82 was something like £1,000, I think. So it was quite an expensive guitar, and at the time Gibson were putting out some pretty, I think they were starting to get back to better quality, but they were still some way off. So to see the Japanese coming up with pretty authentic copies of their late 50s guitars was a bit of a shock for the Americans, and they weren't happy about it at all. I'm not going to go into that too much. Whereas the other guitars in the Greco range at the time had a mahogany body with a maple cap, which is like a Les Paul standard, whereas a Les Paul custom, certainly the late 50s, they're just a solid mahogany body. So you've got a solid mahogany body, a one-piece mahogany neck, and the other difference is the ebony fingerboard. The other Greco guitars in the range use a rosewood fingerboard. It's got all the spec there of a 50s Les Paul custom. It has the Greco-made groove humbucker in the neck, but it has a Seymour Duncan JBJ humbucker in the bridge. Now the J on the sticker, that denotes that it was made by a lady called, I believe, Maria Juarez. And she was a bit special when it came to winding pickups, apparently. These have a bit of a cult following, these J-stickered humbuckers. So it's something to keep in mind when the guitar needs to go to its new home. It's got an aluminium tailpiece, which I actually added. The original is in the bag with the other bits I've removed from the guitar. You've got some changes that I've had to make to put it back to its original spec. Aluminium tailpiece was one of those. It says in the spec in the catalogue it was an aluminium tailpiece. On the serial number, F82 denotes its year and its month of production. So F is the 6th letter in the alphabet, which means it's the 6th month, June. 82 is the year. So June 1982, this guitar left the Greco factory. And interestingly, the only other EGC58-100 is 84. So there's 8 guitars sit between the two. I saw this guitar on eBay and I instantly went to the original 1982 Greco catalogue, which showed this guitar in the middle there, as you can see by the arrow. Now, I wasn't sure what I had found was definitely that guitar, but I had sneaking suspicions. This is the original eBay listing. There are traces of scallops failure from 13 fret near, but this fingerboard, which was originally on the guitar, has been scalloped here from the 13th fret. Whoever did it and why they did it, I have no idea, because it doesn't serve any purpose. It didn't help the guitar. The guitar's frets were original and they weren't getting low. Nobody needed to go and do that to the guitar. And they certainly didn't need to do it with what looks like an angle grinder. I can only say, if you're watching it, you're a fucking idiot. Or a creative master. One of the two. The pickup rings says metal type for Yamaha SG. Ooh. And that's the Yamaha SG 3000 or higher. Because they're brass, not plastic. The sound of the lock facing I served in the fat. Just gonna leave that with you in there. Sound of the lock facing I served in the fat. Now that is a piece of Macassar, oh no, Bollocks. No, it's ebony, ebony types. I'm going to search for this. Gabon. So the ebony is a slab of Gabon ebony, Gabon, and that was the darkest piece that I could find. And then it has hand-cut mother of pearl inlays, which I've measured and cut to the same size as the original fingerboard. So as far as I'm concerned, that is as close to the original fingerboard as I could possibly get. I'm really tempted to take this bag of no, it's not drugs. I'm really tempted to take these pearloid Clusen tuner buttons and see if I can prize off one of the gold waffle back tuner buttons and swap them all out. Because although it's fine as it is and it's original, this is where my preference for 50s original differs from an idea of 80s original. So the waffleback tuners from 1957-58 had a pearloid Clusen button, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, and I just think they look so much better, and almost it's the fact that they chose not to do that. Ooh, that niggles. It's like I'm tempted to just do it because it's that extra bit of care and detail, so it's making it much more my guitar. But everything I've taken off the guitar is in this bag. It's a bit like the Blues Brothers, isn't it? One pair of cheap sunglasses, nope, but have you got a slightly too cheap pickguard? Yeah, that's in there. Things that I've taken off and things that I hope to put on and swap out. You can see the cast is some kind of cast alloy, but it's not aluminium. Japanese made tailpiece there. I wasn't happy with it, but obviously I've got to keep it because it came with the guitar and that's part of its story.